Hello, this video is for artists and gallerists to know how to become a partner of Artalleys. Through this video, artists and gallerists will know how to register, how to log in, how to add profile and artworks, and so on. It is very simple to become a partner of Artalleys. If you look at the upper right corner, there is Register. Just click it. Then you will see a pop-up window like this. There is a choice box as you can see. If you are an independent artist, choose the Independent Artist here. If you are a gallerist, you can choose this, the Gallerist. It depends on who you are. Then, write down a display name, that is, the username. Let me write down Donna White as a display name, Donna as my first name, and White as the last name. And then add the email address and password. If you are living in the United States, you choose the US, and if you are living in Ohio, then you choose Ohio State. Next, on Choose File, you should upload an image of your profile. Then click Register button. In general, you will receive an email indicating that your registration was completed right after you joined us. And then, an approval email will be sent to you within 1 or 2 days after a screening process. So, as you see, you will receive this email when registering for the first time. Then, when you are approved, you will receive an email confirming that you are approved. Once you've received the approve email, visit Artalleys' website and find the artist login in the upper right corner. Click it. Then you will be moved to a page where you can log in. Let's say that I put my display name, i.e. username, which is Donna White, right? And password. At the first login, the data on dashboard will be shown as 0 because there is no sales record yet. And the menu on the top left can be enlarged or reduced like this. If you use small displays such as laptop, you can reduce the menu category box like this. And if you want to take a closer look, you can do so like this. The most important thing you need to do after logging in is to introduce yourself on the profile details. As you can see, the information you wrote down when you were signing up is basically all in. And the second one is description page, which is shown to customers, so you should introduce yourself. Write down artist notes or profile information to give confidence to buyers. Your expert areas, your educational backgrounds, and activities. For example, where you had an exhibition, or whether it was a solo exhibition or a group exhibition, things like that. Even if you do not put down these types of information, you can save the information, but you will see the following error message when you upload your work. You must put down your information and then upload your work to avoid this error message. Well, this is change password. So you put down your expert areas and add the address. If you don't add the address, you will not be able to save it. So, as you can see, the information that has an asterisk is required, so you have to include your address and other basic information. Bank information or PayPal will be needed later when you settle your account. Artalley prefers PayPal information. Then you can put social media information at the end. Then save it, and when this is over, you can start all the activities that our site offers. Let's move on to uploading your artworks. This doesn't have to be hard. There is a plus button called Add New at the top right. Click to create a work template. As I mentioned before, if you put items with an asterisk as required, there will be no problem at all. First of all, fill in the title of your work and descriptions and texts. And the next categories, as you can see right here, are these categories that appear on Artalleys' main page for a buyer. If your work is painting, you can click Painting, and it doesn't have to be just one. If you already chose painting, there will be subcategories, medium, and then acrylic painting, or you can choose style. As for the style, you may choose fine art or abstract. You do not need to just choose one. You can make multiple choices so that buyers can choose various options. You can choose native under the fine art category like this. The second important thing is adding data required. What is the most important thing when you fill in the data section is images. Click this to open the image manager. Then click this blue button to upload your images. What you see right now is the images that have already been uploaded. When you see this folder for the first time, you will only see your profile image. If you click this blue button here, image folder on your PC is opened, then you can select and upload the image you want. After uploading, just choose the image you want to show. SKU means a stock keeping unit, which is simply a barcode. Suppose you are in Walmart. Each product has its own traceable barcode printed on the back, and it is used for return, missing, etc. So, like this, each artwork needs to have its own barcode, which is used for missing or error in shipment or for return. You need to make your own SKU, such as DW100-1 for the first work, DW100-2 for the second work, DW100-3 for the third in order, with the combination of words and numbers. And then this price means sales price in US dollar. As for the quantity, 1 is set by default. If you have 20 limited numbers like digital art, you can put 20 here, and the numbers will automatically decrease every time it is sold. Next, the sizes width and height. The default is in inches, but you can change it to centimeters if you want. You choose the size with the longest dimensions you added above. You also need to put down medium directly. If your artwork is oil, you put down oil, or you can say oil on canvas or oil on paper. I have just selected oil, and there could be etching, so I choose etching too. If ink was used as well, I choose ink and oil, etching all together. That is, you can make multiple choices, and you can erase your choice. The style is the same as well. Your work can be abstract, but also a fine art. Choose subject. Your work may be abstract, but also fantasy at the same time. As you can see, this is really like a fantasy world, right? As for colors, choose the colors that are mainly used. And you choose yes or no to indicate whether your work is framed or not. The year that your work is created, and then what materials you used. There are various materials such as oil, pen, etc. You can put these in here and choose the orientation. And the third important thing is shipping. At Artalleys, artists have to pick and make a shipment for their sold artwork. That's why you have to decide which country you want to sell. You can either choose geozones such as Europe, EU countries, or make a multiple choice like North America and East Asia. Then, you need to decide shipping courier such as FedEx or DHL, etc. And you also need to add shipping price depending on your type of courier. There may be differences in shipping prices depending on country, but it is too complicated to calculate the exact shipping price for each country. So flat rate is used in general, such as $50 for all the European countries or $40 for North America. Asian countries are a bit far, so you can set $70. If you set these prices for each region, the flat rate that you set will automatically be added when the buyer clicks an order. And what this option means here is that a buyer is able to add a personalized message on the back of the artwork if you allow it. In other words, if a buyer wants to make a special gift with a personalized message, such as a 20th wedding anniversary, a buyer can write down the message, then you need to add it on the back of the sold artwork because you did approve for this optional service by selecting this, Write Your Message. And recurring means that you allow people can lease your artwork by setting recurring status as enabled. So, you need to set leasing price per month and leasing period as well. When it comes to image, you uploaded the main images before, though you can click the blue button to add additional images, if any. And this is what it looks like when it is all done. You have added all the necessary information and shipping information. You did not allow the option and recurring. And you did not add any additional image. So, all done. And if there is an order, if anyone purchased your work, sales will be generated within the orders in the sales category. An email notice informing the person buying your work, shipping address, sales price, and a message prompting you to make a packing and shipping will be sent to the artist. And this message will also be shown here in the alarm. Let's see sales details. This appears who paid for the artwork, where it should be shipped, and what the sold item is. And you can even print out the invoice by clicking the blue button at the upper right corner. And the most important thing in the order process is updating order status. You have to change this order status to shipped and fill in the tracking number and website link, such as 111-222-333 as tracking number and FedEx as tracking site link. And click the Add History button. Then you will see the status changed to shipped, and this information, along with tracking number and link, will be noticed to the buyer. In addition, this information will also be used for settlement. If the shipment is completed, we could know that we have to make a payment to the artist within the system. We have thus far browsed through the ways to join Artalleys, log in, upload your profile and artworks, and how things are handled when there is a purchase of your work. I really appreciate your time for listening and interest in Artalleys. Thank you.